Hello everyone, this is Veronica and today we are going to listen the tale of two golden pitchers. So let's begin. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
One, the tale of two golden pitchers. Tenali Ramalinga, original name Garlapati Tenali, was a poet in the court of Krishnadeva Raya. Krishnadeva ruled over the Vijayanagara Empire, now Karnataka, in the 16th century and was one of the greatest rulers in India. Tenali Raman was known for his wit and brilliance, and won a lot of praises and prizes from the king. Many courtiers were jealous of him. When the commander-in-chief of Vijayanagar state had a son, he invited the king, Maharaja Krishnadeva and his entourage for a feast. The king readily accepted the invitation and promised to come. Next day, the king, along with Tenali Raman and other courtiers, reached the commander's house. When they saw the baby, the king blessed the newborn. "A very sweet baby. May he become as brave as his father," said he. Seeing the baby, Tenali said, "The boy is really very fortunate. When he grows up, he will definitely outshine his father in every sphere." Tenali's words made the king ask him, "How can you say with such certainty?" Tenali,
Maharaja, the child appears so promising even in the cradle. One can foresee by merely looking at him, Tenali answered. Although the remark made by Tenali was forgotten by the king. The jealous courtiers tried to spoil Tenali's image. They told the king in private, "Your Majesty, we were much doubted the prediction made by Tenali when he saw the
commander's son. He made those remarks in an attempt to flatter the commander. He is losing his intelligence." But how can you say that Tenali was trying to flatter the commander-in-chief? "He is a sharp and intelligent man, and can visualize the future," said the king. "That is what we wish to test, Your Majesty. He can't predict anything merely by observation." The courtiers insisted, "But how do you propose to test his prediction?" The king asked. Although he had full faith in Tenali's intelligence, he wanted to further confirm this fact. Moreover, thought he, it would be good fun. Then a courtier suggested, "I have an idea. Kindly have two small gold pitchers made. One of them should be hollow and the other solid. But outwardly, they must appear identical." Then, asked the king again, "Then, Your Majesty, we will hang the pitchers at some distance from Tenali and ask him to identify the solid and the hollow pitchers merely by looking at them. He should not be allowed to touch them." "Well," said the king, looking quite pleased, "it is a nice way of testing him. And I will also attach a condition and then we will see how smart he is." Next day, the pitchers were hung.
The king called Tenali and said, "Tenali, do you still maintain that by merely observing a child you can predict what a child will grow up to be?" "Yes, my lord," said Tenali. The Maharaja then showed him the two identical gold pitchers hanging at a distance. "Tenali, I have got these specially made to test your intelligence.
One of the pitchers is solid and the other is hollow. Go and identify which is hollow and which is solid without touching them," said the king and added, "if you identify them correctly, You can take these pitchers, but if you fail, you will give equal amount of gold as used in making the pitchers. Do you agree? Agree, my lord, said Tenali Raman and went to identify them. He moved near the pitchers and began to observe them minutely. He heaved a long sigh to make the onlookers believe that he was facing a really ticklish problem. He pretended to be nervous, and the jealous courtiers were happy to see his state. Tenali continued to observe the pitchers and heave long sighs. After some time, he said, Your Honor, the pitcher on the right is the hollow one and the one on the left is solid. The king asked, Tenali, how could you identify? It was not difficult, Your Majesty, said Tenali. If you want, you can get my observation confirmed. Yes, Tenali, you have identified correctly. But, would you tell us how you identified them? When I watched them closely, said Tenali, I concentrated on the chains that the pitchers were hanging with. The chain from which the solid pitcher was hanging was minute.
Was taut because of weight, while the other chain was not as taut. Moreover, my breathing could not make an effect on the solid one, while the chain of the hollow one vibrated a little with my sighs, and thus I could easily identify them. Well done, Tenali, said the king, and gave the 2 gold pitchers to him. The jealous courtiers were left wringing their hands. So guys, this was the story. I hope you liked it, and don't forget to share, subscribe and like my channel. And there are some questions and a vocabulary game, so you can do it at your home. It would be fun. So let's say bye bye. Meet you in